Welcome one and all to this special edition of the Weekly Rumble. Tonight we have 4 brave, or should I say, questionably motivated victims. Tonight, in this house, 4 will enter, 1 will leave, in the ultimate test of Halloween opinions. So, let's get ready to rumble!
What is up, everyone? I am chrisknight. This is the Weekly Rumble on a special Halloween edition where I have actually picked all of the topics today, and nobody on the panel actually knows what they are. Yes. So whoever the 3 unlucky people are that aren't going to make it out of this house, well, I'm sorry. I didn't give you a very fair chance. Anyways, let's get to those people right now. We're going to bring in first Mr. Shaun Stackhouse. Shaun, how are you doing today?
I am on this planet.
Yes. That's remains to be determined if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yes, well, it's still yet to be determined, but also I have an issue with the way that you do your streams. So I just want to point that out.
Yeah, get in line. You're way in the back, and I don't care.
Yeah, you know, there's that whole StreamYard timer intro thing, you know, and you didn't upload.
Okay, so next.
Yeah, and why didn't you upload your Halloween video to StreamYard? I did. Then why did we see you play the video? We saw you click play.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did. They even said so in the chat. Shadow Hunter says we saw you put it up the video on. Oh,
interesting. No, because that was actually uploaded to there, so I must not have cropped that out. I thought that's weird.
Yeah, then that must have not been cropped out then.
I didn't see it when I played it after I uploaded it. Interesting.
I didn't see it the first time when you played it for us before, but
it's the same thing. Huh.
Interesting.
Oh well, that's what you get for rushing things.
Well, I do want to point out the first time I saw it, it reminded me very much of the video for "Doing It All for My Baby" by Huey Lewis News.
I see that now. Yes, I do. All right. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? Just very little. We'll get to the full intro of everybody later, but go ahead and just tell everybody a little quick about yourself.
I am on this planet.
Good. All right. Austinator, how you doing today?
You know, it's just another day.
Just another day. My God, everybody's just so.
That was almost a Phil Collins song.
Everybody's just so into this today. It's like everybody's like, it's just I'm here. Okay, fine. Especially for the future champion, as you claim to be.
Well, see, the reason why I'm like that is because everybody knows it's just gonna happen. So I mean, I don't want listen. I'm polishing my trophies right now, as you cannot see, but I have a bit of a washcloth, and I already have a trophy already made that says Weekly Rumble Champion.
Okay. Well, that must be nice that you spent your own money on that, because, well, I'm too broke to give you any prizes. So that's.
Oh no, I didn't pay anything for it. I just made it out of paper.
Oh well, that's par for the course then, because.
How are you polishing it if it's made out of paper?
Very carefully. I can answer that one. Okay. Let's see here. Our next our next contestant is Mr. Elihu Who the hell?
The new champion. The new champion.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. Go ahead and just how are you doing today? All that good stuff.
All we are is just dust in the wind. Dude.
I'm the dude.
Yeah, the dude.
For Mr.
The dude abides. The dude abides.
Dude abides. Yes, indeed. All right, well, guys, here's the deal. We got a new person on the Rumble today. First time ever on the Rumble, Mr. Ben, KSGeekMan. This guy right here is kind of a big deal, even though he doesn't tell you. But go ahead, Ben. How you doing today?
What's up? I'm good, man. How are you guys?
I am doing very,
y'all sound
well.
a little down. there's a little bit of a downer. I feel like some folks are struggling today. It's going to be okay.
I'm happy a new guy to pick on. Not at work.
It's just a side effect of being on Chris's channel.
What was that? I'm sorry. He broke up and I don't know what.
Bad signals.
Did you? Yeah, I mean.
Jeez.
All right. I won't do it again. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. It's really simple, guys. We got a lot to get to today. Great opinions, all of that fun stuff. Let me run down the rules really quick. We got 2 topics from each guest, and I want 2 from the host, which is completely bogus today because I gave all 10 topics. Nobody knows on the panel what those 10 topics are, but the Wheel of Topics will select 5 of those topics for all of you. Each one of you will get the same topic each round, and then you will get a certain amount of time for that topic. That time is determined by the Wheel of Time. On the Wheel of Time, there is a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, and 5 minute time. If the 5, 4, 3, or 5, 4, or 3 time gets picked, they go off the board. The 1 and 2 minute times always stay on the board. Each panelist will get a response time to add something to the original responder statements. I will only mention that now, guys. If you wish to add something, you must tell me, and then I will get to you. Please make it quick, 30 seconds or so. Greatly appreciated. Now,
I can't promise that.
You know, Mad Mardigan isn't on the show today, Shawn, just so you know.
Okay.
Well, you're certainly channeling him very well. Anyways, each panelist will get 1 mulligan, and that mulligan can add up to the max of 5 minutes or down to the minimum, take away down to the minimum of 1 minute, or any time minute increments in between. So if you get a spin of 3 minutes and you want to talk longer, you can say, I would like to make my mulligan for 4 minutes or whatever. Something like that. So guys, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
You are.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Ah, yes. Oh, thank you, Michael.
The dude that was behind him looked very uncomfortable for some reason.
I think so.
Nobody's social distancing, I know.
Maybe that's because Michael buffers a lot. Anyways. That was such a horrible joke. Shawn, I'm taking away 10 points right now from you for not stopping me from making that horrible joke.
What?
Exactly. So, here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and share the screen right now. Yeah. Oh, nope. Okay. There we go. And what we do here is we spin to see who gets to go first on the panel.
Hey, I'm finally going to pick first.
So I will put Eli up front. And now we're going to go to the lovely Wildcard Wheel. Oh, you guys might have thought I forgot about the Wildcard Wheel. I don't know. It'll take whatever it wants to away. Today, it takes away the 3 minute time.
I wanted to take away somebody's mulligan.
Oh, well, you know, I can't do that. So, all right. So the 3 minute time is now off of the Wheel of Time. Everything else stays. So that's how that goes. Let's spin to see what the first question will be. Unless you guys all try to read them all and memorize them. What is your best Halloween memory? And tell us why. What is your best Halloween memory? And tell us why. See, these are hard-hitting questions here, guys. That in the chat. And let's see how long you guys have to talk about this. Two minutes. 2 minutes is on the board. All right. Let me get back to the timer here. 2 minutes is on the board. And Eli, who would you like to use that mulligan?
I'm going to stick at 2 minutes.
All right, 2 minutes on the board, and your time starts now.
Okay, what am I? What, 2 minutes 45 seconds? Awesome sauce.
Hold on.
I'll be nice and shut up till you can reset the clock.
I have no clue why it started there, but
Chris is already failing as a host.
Okay, so
wasn't me.
2 minutes. I have no clue why it. You guys see that I have set it for 2 minutes, right?
Well, we can bullshit for about 47 seconds, so I can just talk for on the clock.
Try this again. All right, 2 minutes. Here we go. Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Don't worry. Okay. I have to say, back to 2009. If people don't remember what happened in 2009, it was the H1N1 outbreak that we had here in America. Why is it one of my favorite Halloween costumes? Well, because I happened to go to one thrift shop. I found a pig outfit, a robe, and I actually found a face mask, and I dressed up as swine flu for Halloween that year.
Lovely.
Yeah, I was hopping on I was riding the buses, drinking the beer. Nobody really cared. People were taking pictures with me, like, "Hey, look, swine flu." I even had the little tail cut out, the little pack of the little rope, so when I shook my butt, you could see a little tail squirrel. I remember my way down to the Castro, where we always had where we have the huge parties in San Francisco. Crashed a couple parties there. End up getting in this little party bus going all the way down to Embarcadero. Got my picture in the paper. I barely remember the rest of the night, but I just remember having a lot of fun, drinking a lot of beer, smoking a lot of weed, talking to a lot of women, and having a lot of fun.
So let me get this straight. You dressed up as swine flu.
I dressed up as a pig outfit with a face mask.
Wait. Let me finish this up. You dressed up as swine flu and did the very thing we're trying to keep people from doing now, which is spread.
No, swine flu was over. It was a few month period. This was Halloween. Swine flu ended in like June or July. So I'm like, what costume? I saw a pig. I'm like, hey, swine flu.
I cannot believe I'm even going to give you points. Okay, 1 point. Good enough for me.
I'll post that picture on my Twitter after the show. Okay, it's my computer.
Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, jeez, what a way to start. What a way to start. All right, Shawn. 2 minutes is on the board. You see, it says 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, 2 minutes is on the board, and your time, sir, starts now.
Well, I don't have very many Halloween specific memories except for, you know, the 80s vinyl costumes and the plastic masks. You know, there were times here in Kansas City back in the 80s where, you know, it was there was already snow on the ground, you know, when we would go trick-or-treating. And so you would have like all the condensation built up on the inside of the mask. And yeah, it was all very interesting. And then you know, as I got older, I remember I don't know if we still have these here or not, but we used to have something called Freakers Ball, which was like a Halloween type concert. And I remember it was 1998. Chris and I went to Freakers Ball because the DJ here at the time, Johnny Dare, had like entombed himself in some sort of like a concrete tomb.
Well, 1 year it was concrete, 1 year it was dirt, buried alive. There was 1 year he froze himself.
Yeah. And so you could see him in like the concrete casket or what have you. He had like air holes and whatnot. He was in there for quite some time. And then, you know, it was an all 80s type of lineup. It was Quiet Riot, Warrant, Slaughter. Chris and I got to meet Slaughter, and they are really, really cool. And unfortunately, we couldn't stay for Warrant because Chris, he turned into a little baby and said we had to go because his knees were being affected by the cold. And so that was my only chance to see Jenny Lane live with Warrant before he passed away, and Chris took it all away from me. and I've resented him ever
You
since.
could have stayed.
You were my ride.
Oh, wait, hold on. So
You saw Slaughter that deserves some points.
we've lost track of the point then that you didn't have to go with me.
Well, I didn't know you're going to like puss out like you did, man. Otherwise, I would have.
I'll give you my knees if you'd like. Any day, any time. I would give you my knees.
I'm good. I'm good.
Exactly. I don't even know. Can I give negative points on here? Oh, geez, 5 points. Fine. You were going just fine. Then you had to go and. I swear. What in the world is this? It's like a parallel dimension or something, or I don't know.
Alternate universe.
Austinator, save us. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Okay, so back when I was a wee lad, when I was very tiny. Now, this was before I grew up into a prepubescent teenager who's awkward with women, and he is just awkward at everything. I used to dress up for Halloween, and I usually would always get candy. And I would go to my grandmother's house. We would get pizza from Pizza Hut, which then I got sick for the last 2 weeks because, or not 2 weeks, but a few days because the pizza was dreadful. But I remember one of those times I dressed up as Spider-Man when I was a wee child, and and it was like the Spider-Man costume with like the built-in muscles and such. And I would and I think I got like some candy, and I would go over to my other grandparents' house, and I would get candy there as well. 1 year, I think I went as Darth Vader, and I had a little plastic lightsaber. Like, it's not a real one, mind you. It's a plastic one, but the plastic one was always cool. And then I think it was like 1 year we went to a hockey game on Halloween. That was when everything was open. Remember when everything was open? That was great. Remember when 2020 was not a thing? Well, I do, and it was fantastic. And then when I grew into that awkward prepubescent teenager who now is just trying to get through life, I basically stopped trick-or-treating. I then just stole candy out of my brother's like little bags of candy, and I would just, hang around and such. One of these days, hopefully, when things eventually stop being 2020, I can just put on a mask or something and just go to parties. It would that would be a cool memory.
Do realize 2021 may not be any better.
You're right.
Way to be a downer, Chris. Damn. And I'm just point out.
Hey, listen. The kid's 18. I'm just prepping him for the understanding that looking forward to the next year will fail you more often than not.
Well, I mean,
he did talk about one of his favorite Halloween moments, and he talked about getting sick with pizza. That should deserve an extra 5 points.
Dude, I gave him 15. Do you see that?
Awesome sauce. I'm like, yeah, getting sick on pizza. That's a good.
At least let him have like the fantasy for the next 2 years until he's 20. Okay, then everything can go down the hill for him.
Okay. Hey, Austinator, 2021 is going to be so freaking awesome.
I don't believe you.
World War V.
All right, Ben. Get a feel for how this crazy thing goes.
All right. Yeah. Hey, first of all, let me just say I remember the Freakers balls and those things that you were talking about with
them
Johnny
every
Dare.
year.
Yeah.
Awesome
Never heard
stuff.
of them.
Oh, you missed out because you're in San Francisco wearing flowers in your hair.
We have birds, we have trees, we have seasons in the seasons.
All right, Ben, 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
All right, so I have 3 specific memories. My first one is 1978. Now, I was 4 years old, dying to get a Star Wars costume, right? And it was difficult at the time. Everything Star Wars was so popular back then. So Mom finally got me the Ben Cooper. And I remember, I think, Shaun, you were talking about the vinyl.
Yeah.
The vinyl thing with the masks. Those were called Ben Cooper costumes, and the little white stormtrooper mask and the Ben Cooper costume. That was my first memory. Loved that. It was so awesome finally having something Star Wars. Walking around with it. I think I wore that to death after Halloween. The second memory I have was middle school. We had somebody in our neighborhood that was a dentist, and instead of passing out candy, he would pass out toothbrushes. So all of the kids in the neighborhood, when he passed out all the toothbrushes, when we would go back like after midnight, and we threw them all in his yard, and sometimes we'd stick them in his yard, so he'd have toothbrushes the next day in his yard. And my third memory was probably, third favorite memory is the first time my kids got to participate, and they were old enough to understand Halloween, and I got to apply the lesson of helping them understand tax rates. So I would apply taxes to what they earned, and I would eat the 23 or so % of what they made. So yeah, that was a fun time, and I also felt very ill later. So yeah, good memories.
You have 20 seconds left. I don't let people skip out on time.
Okay. Well, let me just say, Ben Cooper mask part 2 was the Darth Vader one in 1979. So yeah, I had the collection going on. So the envy of all the kids in the neighborhood.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, the thing here is in Kansas City in the Midwest, where Ben, Shawn, and I are from. The thing about it is you either had the coldest Halloween on the books, or it was 900 degrees and you were still in your costume, loving every minute of it.
There was
and you
really
get home
ground.
And your plastic pumpkin had actually become a cauldron that had melted all your candy into a giant blob. But
you grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, didn't you? That's what that's casual trick or treating in Phoenix, Arizona. You're in before the sun. You want to stay out after the sun. Why?
All right.
It's cold.
Okay. So Ben, you were gonna get 20 points, but you gave me 3. I said 1, so I'm giving you 10.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So we're going to go back to the wheel of topics here and see what number 2 is. Sorry. What is one Halloween horror movie you would never watch and why? What is one Halloween horror movie, either or, Halloween themed or themed, whatever, that you would never watch, and tell me why. Up next is going to be Shawn. Shawn, this is how much time you all are getting. 2 minutes. Yay. Again, seems like it's going to be the night of 2 minutes until the end. All right, 2 minutes is on the board, and Shawn, your time starts now.
Well, I'm not really that big of a Halloween horror movie type fan anyway, so the ones that I have watched are usually things like Monster Squad or The Monster Squad, and type of family comedy type things like The Addams Family, Ghostbusters, things like that. But the ones I would definitely really prefer and probably not really watch are the religious type of things, like possession and stuff like that, because I believe that stuff happens very, very, very much, and I just don't want to see an hour and a half of something that I think could be happening, at some point. It's just it's never been something that I've really cared for. But even as a kid, I never really cared for horror movies. I've seen Friday the 13th. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, all of the normal ones that people from our generation grew up with, but I've never really cared for that genre. It's never really the blood and guts. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. That type of thing. I can handle all of that in action movies. Like Rambo. Blood and guts, like from Rambo from 2008. That was like the most and even Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, they're all good characters. I've enjoyed those movies for the most part, but you know, if it were up to me, you know, going to see a horror movie or an action movie, I'd probably always pick an action movie or a comedy or any other genre, really. And I think you probably know that, you know. I mean, honestly, like, I prefer cartoons, Halloween cartoons, like especially the classic ones.
Rebuttal?
Okay.
He misclassified a movie. It should have been called Rambo, More Blood.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I didn't come up with the title. That was Stallone.
All right, let's see here. Wow, I mean, really, he gave me a lot of good things. That was really made a lot of sense, and I know you're more into the fun. You made a better, you know, you brought up, you know, Ghostbusters and stuff like that, which is really cool and all that. And I don't disagree. I mean, you got a good point about the religious-based movies like Poltergeist or Exorcist, things like that. Yes, 2 points for you. You're up to 7.
All right.
All right. Up next, Austinator. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Okay, so if you were asking me this a few months ago, I would have said I would never watch those stupid horror remakes, especially that remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. But then I made the stupid mistake of actually watching it. So I'm going to go with my second best answer here. Found footage stuff. I don't like found footage movies. They're very stupid. First of all, you already know the movie is fake. Don't advertise it as, oh, look at this. This was based off something real. And guess what? It's actually found footage. Because remember when Blair Witch happened? I didn't see it. But from what I heard, it was bullshit. So I don't want to watch stuff like that. Also, I don't want to watch stuff with dolls in it because I have a deathly fear of dolls. I will not watch any Child's Play film, and I will never watch a Annabelle film because if I watch one, I will probably break down into tears and crawl into a corner, and I will be rocking back and forth because my fear of dolls came from as a kid. I don't know where it came from, but I just remember that I got traumatized by a doll, and I'm like, hell no, get away. No, I can't do dolls. Also, I don't want to watch anything with clowns because I have a deathly fear of them. And clowns are just scary looking. Like,
so
come on.
It is your favorite movie of all time.
Can't sleep. Clowns are gonna eat me. Can't sleep. Clowns are gonna eat me. Can't sleep. Clowns are gonna eat me.
Well, clowns, you know, listen, it is just... It's scary. I'll give it that. It's scary, but clowns, don't like them. They're scary. They're creepy. I'm very scared that they're gonna do. They rub me the wrong way. So that's my answer.
You've never played Bozo's Grand Prize game.
Do you hate clowns? I know exactly what you mean, man. Bronco.
That is true scary.
Denver doesn't have a football team, man. I know what you mean by clowns.
That Shaun is absolutely right. Bozo's Grand Prize game is definitely the scariest thing in the world.
Indeed.
Yet I wanted to be on that damn show, and he never called me.
Me too.
I view Austinator sending me a picture and me memeing it, going like, "Yeah, clowns."
Yeah, I probably would.
2 minutes on the board. Ben, how are you doing?
Awesome.
Good. Sorry about the clowns above you.
Hey, guess what? My StreamYard just froze on me. You can hear me, but I cannot hear you, so I'm going to refresh.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait, did I get any points for that round?
Oh, yeah, you didn't find points.
Wow, what does that mean?
I give him 10. Oh, not 200.
Whoa.
No. Shh. It didn't happen.
See, now there's 2 of me. Oh, damn, there's 1.
Yeah, I fixed that really quick there.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, Ben, 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Well, I got to say, like, the scary movie genre, horror movie genre is kind of typically not my thing. But I would say this. I do enjoy the religious type stuff, the spirit type scary movies, the ones like Poltergeist, that's a classic. Conjuring, that whole thing. I enjoy that type of scare. The ones I don't like, and I think that's what your question was, which ones do I not like to watch? I'm going to say things like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I know that's like a classic, and I know that it's got such a massive following, but yeah, I know. I just can't do the gore thing, and I think the idea of, and I think I'm kind of opposite Shaun, where Shaun was saying, hey, the spiritual stuff is kind of, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what you said, Shaun, but kind of realistic.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm a religious guy, so I believe in all that stuff. But sometimes I look at some of that stuff and it entertains me because some of it's like, okay, that's weird, that's not right. But it entertains me. I love the scare. I love that stuff. The thing about the like Texas Chainsaw and those types of things, I just don't like the idea of being chased by people and the gore and the mutilation. I can handle the demon stuff. I can handle the ghost thing, but I can't handle guys in masks running after me with chainsaws. And I also put my family in those positions too when I watch those movies. I think about my kids, and I'm just like, no, not going to happen. You know what I mean? So I prefer my scare to be on the spiritual side, the ghost side, over the gore, being chased by people, that kind of stuff. Now, I will say there's one caveat. I do enjoy the Saw movies because I enjoyed the thought behind that stuff, right? The thinking and that kind of thing. So.
Wow. Okay.
And the Saw movies are some of the most graphic.
They are.
They're most intellectual. I didn't figure out Jigsaw was laying in puddles till almost the end of the movie. And I'm very good at these things. I actually agree with him.
Okay, thank you, Elihu. You're down to 0 now because I have never watched those. Thank you for telling me something I didn't know. Jeez. All right, fine. I'll be nice. I'll just give you a 10.
Thank you.
Ben, I'm impressed. 25. You're up 15. Up 15. Awesome. And Shaun, I feel sorry for you, so I'm going to bring you down to 5 because I don't like those weird numbers like 7 and 3.
I don't need your sympathy. Take it all away.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes! Now in 3rd place. Oh, shit. Now I'm in last. Okay. Sorry, I still got that brown on your nose.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Eli.
Yes.
You got 2 minutes on the board. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm not going to use my mulligan either.
Oh, you're not? Well, you see, remember, guys, if I don't ask you, you can use it anytime you want. Do you know what the question is?
Yeah. I remember what the question was.
All right, fair enough. 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay. I watch CNN. I look out my window because I live in a semi-bad neighborhood in San Francisco. And I really have no need or urge to see any of the movie called The Purge. I see it every single day. I actually hear gunshots every once in a while in my neighborhood.
You mean you guys have legal murder there?
No, we do not.
Oh, okay.
2 days ago, I was coming back from the store. There was these guys. They had 3 M80s taped together, lit one, and threw it. Huge explosion. 20 minutes later, I live on the 5th floor. I hear the explosion a block away. I'm like, I don't need to see The Purge. I live in it every fucking day.
I mean, that's just good fun.
The police station is exactly 1 block away. The major drug deals in this neighborhood is 1 block away. Coincidence? No. I don't need to see The Purge.
So everybody goes to the police station to get the drugs. Gotcha.
No, I'm afraid to even walk around here because I have to cross the street sometimes because I may end up getting in the middle of a bad drug deal or stabbing or shooting. So if The Purge happened in real life, like, okay, what is The Purge? Is it actually CNN or they start a new movie trailer for a movie? I would never be able to differentiate the real thing from the fake because I'm like, is The Purge real or is this actually life? I mean, who wants to actually see that stuff when you actually have it on real life every single day? Go to CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. What do you see? You see people rioting. You see people assaulting people. You see people killing people. That's The Purge. That's everyday life. Why would I want to waste my money in the movie theater on this whole entire subject when I just turn on the TV or look out the window? I mean, it's ridiculous to some people. And I'm not the only one who lives like this. There are other people in the part of the country who live in worse neighborhoods than I do. And they suffer worse.
Interesting.
Preach it.
Very, very nice.
But I just want to say,
I feel like you just took us to church.
It's not technically the purge unless you can have legal murder, though.
That's what I said. I mean, is
I know.
murder legal? I mean, because that's the whole thing of the purge is I can do whatever I want. I got 24 hours.
I know.
Person, I guess what you're saying is people do whatever they want in San Francisco. So, okay. 10 points to you, sir. I have to keep you back in last place because, well, it wouldn't be you if I didn't put you there.
I'm not a sheep.
Anyways.
Stop calling me a sheep. I'm not a sheep.
You?
Yeah, I'm not a sheep. Stop.
No. Okay. All right. So, up next. Let's see what the next topic is. After this, we will go into your channels, all about you and everything, like we always do. The next question. All right. Now, Dan Lionfluff told me that I needed to change how this was written, but she didn't remind me exactly what I should write, so we're just going to leave it as is.
But you did spell Etsy right.
Yes, I did. I fixed that. Oh, ha! I win. Should parents begin to take their children out trick-or-treating in their local neighborhoods again, or is that an outdated tradition? And I think I know where the problem was now. So anyways, so should parents take their children out trick-or-treating in their local neighborhoods again, or is that an outdated tradition? Send that in the chat. We'll see how much time we've got. Up next is Austinator first.
Again.
2 minutes on the board. Surprise. Yeah, surprise. You ready, Austinator?
Ready as I'll ever be.
2 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay, so to say that it's an outdated tradition, I believe that is false. I think that children should be out trick-or-treating because that is the most fun part about Halloween is dressing up in a costume and getting candy. However, though, I have to take real-life events into account. This pandemic, I'm not going to say what it's called because, we'll just call it that. And those cases are starting to spring up again. And when I mean spring up again, I mean it's like wildfire. Basically, if you're even in an open area, you're going to get it. And if they go trick-or-treating, they would have to wear masks. Now, you would say Halloween masks, but those are not medically, I would say, medically approved. They're more for cosmetic. Exactly. And it's just... and then like the adults hand out the candy and like they probably don't even wash their hands when they come home from work or if they're going to the store. Like if they have they should just hand out bottles of hand sanitizer. That's what they should do. But that's just the case. But to me right now, no, they can't. If they're trying to keep things open, no. Not at the current moment. If we're saying if we're saying once this eventually goes away, yes. Because as I said before, it's the most fun part about Halloween. But we can't do that yet. It's just not possible at this current moment unless you want things to get worse. And it's not outdated, but I don't think they should go trick-or-treating as of right now.
Okay. Two things. What and what? Okay, so here, let me go down this really quick. First off, you just told parents to hand out sanitizer. Did you not just hear a little earlier what Ben said they did with toothpaste or toothbrushes? Dude, the person who hands out sanitizer, their front yard's going to look like the filing system in the beginning of freaking Ghostbusters.
Why do you think people were stocking up on toilet paper?
Oh my word. Okay, no, I get where you're going. I get where you're going. Yeah, I get where you're going. I think you're going backwards. So, anyways,
that makes me feel good, Chris. Thank you.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, to inspire the youth of America.
Looks like I'm tied with somebody.
What was that? What's that?
This show is awesome sauce.
Oh, no, you think this show is awesome? That's great. I'm glad you think that.
Awesome
Thank you.
sauce.
Thank you. That's great. All right. So
I didn't say Austinator.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please submit your questions in the form of questions in the long form and send it via snail mail, please. Thank you. Anyways, up next, we have Ben. Ben, 2 minutes is on the board, and your time starts now.
All right. So I would say that tradition is a part of the foundation and fabric of our youth. And I think that trick-or-treating is a very important part of the fabric of the foundation of our youth. And without it, we cannot learn lessons or teach our children what it means to threaten other people, threaten strangers and neighbors, to receive a trick if they do not pass out a treat. And I think it prepares them for adulthood, and I think we're missing out. If we skip this generation for the next 2 to 3 years on doing trick-or-treating, they're going to miss out on that. Plus, they're going to miss out on tradition, and I think that's an important thing. Now, I will also say with regard to the I don't know what to call it, that's safe. Beer bug, is that? I've heard it called that before.
Fluffy bunny disease is what I call it.
Sure. Okay. All right. What did you say? What'd you call it?
Fluffy bunny disease.
Fluffy bunny. Okay. Fluffy bunny.
FBD.
There you go. All right. So the FBD. I think. Well, I think it's important that people be safe. I do think it's. I think it's something that if people don't want to participate, they can make that decision, make that choice, turn off your front porch light, put some or turn it on and put your candy out on the porch, or remove your decorations, whatever you want to do. But I think to just completely make some sort of law that just takes that opportunity away or that choice away, I don't think that's reasonable. I don't think it's right. And I think parents should be able to make that decision, make that choice. And I think that people at their houses, shut off the light, lock your door if you don't want to do it, and you can stay inside. Watch a scary movie. Watch Saw. Watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Watch Ghostbusters. Massacre. Watch Chainsaw Massacre. I'm turning Italian.
Oh yeah, stop.
It's Mario.
It's a Mario.
Yeah. So, or Caillou. You can watch Caillou.
Oh, there you go. That's the scariest stuff in the world. I'm telling you right now.
I hate it.
Wow. Oh
yeah.
Jesus.
Just spend 30 minutes watching that. It's a nightmare watching these people parent that kid. It's awful.
It is. Oh jeez, I forgot.
It's a horror show.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that I did that, obviously. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Give me 15 points for that. And Austinator, I feel bad that I did what I did, so I'm giving you 5 more points. And Eli, back down to 10. So
I haven't even spoken yet.
No, I know. This gives you the chance to have lots of room to get more points.
Oh, okay. I see a logic on that. Good logic.
Or you could still lose 10. It just it's up in the air. So, yeah. So, Eli, your 2 minutes is on the board, and your time starts now.
Okay. I remember as a kid dressing up for Halloween. Like one of the times the kids get to actually dress up and play, like be their favorite superhero, or be a cop or something that like kids want to be. They want to dress up. They get to actually pretend and act out like the costumes. Like, hey, it's little gimmick we're playing here, and the little treat is candy. I used to love doing that because as a kid, I used to find out who handed out the biggest candy bars in the neighborhood. I had that map. There was a little tradition. Okay, small candy bars. Next year, nope. I was that kind of nerd.
And the best thing about that is when you got older, you knew those houses and you could sell the information to the younger kids.
Exactly. And of course, my kind of favorite thing was, yeah, you can reach in, help yourself. Sure thing. I took one, no problem. Thank you. Trick or treat. But nowadays, it is kind of getting antiquated because you got so many places that sell candy cheaply. You can get it online. Parents really don't have to do anything about it. But kids don't get a chance to dress up and play and go out anymore. I mean, when's the last time you had you yourself actually went out and played? Not just cosplay, but actually played. No, kids don't do that anymore. They can't. It's not an antiquated tradition. It's just unnecessary right now because everybody's worried about the fluffy bunny disease. I mean, there's unless everybody wants to dress up as a doctor this Halloween, yeah. Kid doctors, kid nurses, everybody has a face mask. Yay for a good Halloween costume. Now, how are you gonna get the candy? Slingshots? Toss them at them? Like a little candy shoot? Yeah, if people still want to do that safely, then yeah, kids should go trick or treating this year.
Yes, here. My sister picked up a treat chute so we can drop the treats to the kids without getting close. See, that they did whole news things about that, Eli. News. The news is this thing that when you watch TV tells you that people are crazy in your town. Just so you know.
Okay.
All right. I think LDG has a good advice for you. Saying the opposite, it might help. 25, I'm giving you 15. Right.
Okay, LDG Pixels, you're absolutely correct.
Very good. Anyways, Shawn, you have 25 points. Your 2 minutes is on the board, and your time starts now.
Yeah, trick-or-treating, I think it is something, it's kind of a rite of passage in a way, something that every kid should be able to look forward to. I know when I was growing up, on Halloween, you go through the day, you would have all of your Halloween events in school, like in elementary, especially, you're doing crafts and artwork and stuff. And so by the time you got home, you're pretty pumped to put on your costume and go out and trick or treat. So yeah, I would hate to see that go away in society. And I think that it should be left up to the parents to decide what they should allow their children to do or not, safely. Whether you take them out trick-or-treating this year, I would probably err on the side of caution, under the circumstances, and maybe have them miss this year, or worst case scenario, have your neighbors load up a bunch of candy in like one of those t-shirt shotgun things and just like tell them to pelt your kid with candy as they walk by. But yeah, I mean, you can't really have you can't really have like government officials getting involved in these type of decisions, or even other people, I mean, it really comes down to what a parent wants their child to do. If a parent doesn't want their child to trick or treat, then that's fine. That's their decision. But if they do, then everybody else should just shut up and keep their opinions to themselves, because what they think doesn't really matter. And I think that is one of the problems we have with this world. Everybody thinks their opinion matters, and it really doesn't. I don't care. And people need to learn their place in society. Unfortunately, they've forgotten.
Very good. That's very good. Let's see here. I will give you 15, and Ben, I will give you your 5 points for writing his speech. Thank you very much. All right. So, Austinator started that right. Yeah. So, okay. Let's stop sharing the screen for a minute. We're going to go around the board and let you guys know everybody who's here. Let's start down there with Ben, since he's the new guy on the panel and he hasn't been on here before. Ben, why don't you tell everybody about the things you do, especially the Topps trading cards, because that's so awesome that you live in this town. I mean, you and Tom Kane, some of the most awesome people in the world. That's awesome. I'm so happy that you're in a town like this. So. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. My name's Ben, obviously, and you can follow my stuff. I do art for, as Chris was saying, I do art and stuff for Topps and trading cards for Star Wars, and I've done stuff for Marvel on the Upper Deck stuff, Walking Dead, just random stuff for Topps, and enjoy doing it. It's a blast. And you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, under the KSGeekMan thing, and I think that's how we kind of hooked up together, Chris, was when you noticed the KS and you're like, wait,
KS is like, wait a minute. I think the first thing I sent you was, is that KS for Kansas? And are you actually in Kansas? And then you said, yes, I'm in Kansas. I'm thinking, okay, he's like over in Goodlandville, like way on the west and stuff. And you're like, no, I live on the east side of the state. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. So man, I grew up here in Kansas City. So long time KC lifer. So good to be here. I appreciate the invite too. This is a lot of fun. I always enjoy being with you guys. So
I am so glad that you're here. Keep you on here a few more times and just really enjoy it. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. Up next, the self-proclaimed next weekly Rumble champion, Austinator. Tell everybody about yourself.
Well, correction, it's the weekly Rumble champion. That's just currently uncrowned. You know, I have a Twitter at the Austinator17 where, you know, if you ever want to hit me up in my DMs, please, you know, do so. I have Discord, the Austinator. Go just, you know, again, you want to hit me up in my DMs, you know, do that. And I got a YouTube channel, surprisingly. I got 72 subscribers. You know, I need 8 more to hit 80. You know, it's you know, I do streams here and there, and I do some gaming streams. So just go check it out. It's personally my channel. I just don't care. I just like to have fun. So just go and check it out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here. As always, I greatly appreciate it. So glad to have you back on. Let's go up above him. Shaun, tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found, all that wonderful stuff.
Well, I remember when we lived in Texas, and there was a street called Ocean Drive. That's where all the rich people lived, Chris. And they had like legit mansions. So I remember, you know, this was down in Corpus Christi, you know, down by the Bay area. And so kids would go down by like the carloads and trick or treat and get like full size candies, you know, not the mini things, like the full size. That was really fun. Yeah, that's my story.
And you're sticking to it.
Yeah.
I was the only kid for 6 straight years on my block, and the people on my block would buy full-size candy bar and a bag of like mixed assorted candy, and I would go home with a trash bag full because they'd just dump it all in my bag. Didn't even question it because I was the only one. And as I'd walk down up the street, every time I leave a house, the light would go off because they were just waiting for me to come. I was so spoiled. It was not even funny.
Well,
all right.
In that area, though, like where the old house was, I mean, that was a great area to trick or treat in. You know, so it was like over by Worlds of Fun, like in the Gracemore area. That was a lot of good times.
Indeed. All right. Last but not least, wait, you are there, Elihu Who?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Elihu Who?
Tell everybody about yourself.
I am Elihu Who. I host. Yes, exactly. I host a weekly science channel, weekly science show called "What's Up with the Universe" every Wednesday at Pacific 12 noon. I asked you to click that bell because in case you cannot be able to watch the show live, you can always keep it on there for a rewatch. Just like everybody else here. If I was a YouTube channel, click that bell just in case you can't watch us live. And you can also catch me on Danny Graham's channel. I'm sorry, hang on. KHAOS Central are here. KHAOS Central, Danny Graham's channel. He's an awesome sauce dude. And I am everywhere, nowhere, and sometimes in between.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Yes. So
and I'm also on Twitter a lot.
Well, I didn't know you were in I didn't know you were actually on the Science Channel. So hey,
sorry, that's why I corrected myself.
Oh, I was gonna give you 10 points for being so freaking awesome, but I'll just keep it away from you.
Chris, you did not correct my points either. I just want to point that out.
I see that. Hold
I
on.
thought it was 25, not 40.
Let me see here.
It's 4, right? Oh,
There you go. All right.
I just
think
also
everything-
want to point out that the bell on my channel does not work. I broke it.
Oh, this is so fun. I love it. All right. I didn't think you broke it. I thought you bought the ring.
Who remembers these things?
Me?
I don't.
Yes, it says something. All right, next topic. Here we go.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop.
Big money, no whammy. Who or what is the scariest Halloween movie, monster, or villain? Who or what is the scariest Halloween movie, monster, or villain? And Ben, you were going to go first since you were the bottom, but next time we spin to see who goes first. And do you need me to repeat the question? Oh, okay. Uh-oh. There it is. The 5-minute time. Now, the 5-minute time goes off the board since we spun it. But remember, you guys all still have your mulligan. That mulligan is the saving grace. And you guys are lucky that the wildcard wheel didn't take it away. So, Ben, I must ask you, do you want to use your mulligan?
Mulligan.
Mulligan. Okay, so how much time would you like to speak for? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or?
Give me 2. Give
me
two.
2 minutes.
Actually, yeah, 2-1. 2. We'll go with 2.
2 minutes on the board, and your time, sir, starts right now.
Okay, I being the one that really doesn't follow the genre too much, but I will say this. Growing up, the one villain that scared the snot out of me all the time was Freddy Krueger. I think that villain, the power that he had to enter people's dreams and to manipulate them into reality, and then your inability to wake up. I mean, or to wake up from that. I mean, because you're so tired trying to stay awake. That's something that terrified me growing up. And I actually, like, for me, sometimes, you guys ever have what do they call it? Paralysis, sleep paralysis. Sometimes I'll get that where I am asleep, but I'm awake, and I can't move my body. And I'm panic. I see you shaking your head, Chris. So I'm not alone in this.
No.
So it is the most terrifying thing when you're laying there and you're trying to yell out for help. And so what I'll do is I try to actually, in my sleep, in my dream, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, you're asleep, just settle down. And then by the time I settle down, I'm able to wake up. So the idea of a villain that can actually control you that way is terrifying. And whatever happens in those dreams becomes reality in real life. Was just a terrifying thing. That, and I think the what's his name? The dude that played at England, I think his name. I can't remember his name.
Yes.
Robert Englund was a phenomenal actor and really owned that role. I don't know. I don't think anybody could ever replace him as that villain. I think people will try because obviously he's not going to last long. But I think he executed that villain perfectly. Just the attitude, the jokes, the manipulation, all that stuff. He was just great at it. So that's my most terrifying villain.
Indeed.
They did try and failed once.
Well, but he wasn't that bad in England. Actually said he liked how he did it. But Robert Englund, the funny thing is he did the first one and then he pretty much got typecasted. But he was like a majorly celebrated theater thespian in overseas when he first started, and he got this role and never could get another role. He said he like the first 3 movies, he said he absolutely hated being Freddy. He hated it. And then he kind of woke up one day and he says, well, wait a minute though. I know I got a job. He's like, they're going to make another one. how can I hate this thing that people love? And he really embraced it. And I think you saw it in the last few movies he did. He was just kind of eating it up and just having a good time with it. So let's see here. I talked so much I forgot what you said, so we'll give you 5 points. Anyway,
thanks.
Not a problem. My talking can do all sorts of magical things. Is everybody awake? Because sometimes it puts people to sleep. All right, 5 minutes is on the board. Elihu, who would you like to use your mulligan?
Yes, I would, please.
And how much time you want on there?
I can talk for full 60 seconds.
1 minute?
Yes.
Oh, my word. All right, 1 minute. Time starts now.
I do not get scared with scary movies, so people would say Jason scares me, Freddy scares me in my dreams, but as a little kid, I was really not that scared. I mean, I know all pop culture references. Yeah, I watch them as entertainment. Points can't happen yet because my seconds are not over. But of course, because it's the boss, he can do whatever he wants.
Keep talking.
That is scary. He could be a scary villain with this, especially with this show. But I was never really scared. I'm not really scared of any character because I know that it's not real. It's fake. I'm not one of those gullible people who would believe in Slender Man or Hollow Man. Oh, not Hollow Man. It was Kevin Bacon. He was going to put this, but that's a different story. I mean, maybe people would be even scared of calling Beetlejuice. Some people think it's funny. Some people think it's scary. Me, I just think that I'm not scared because I know it's fake.
Okay, 10 points was on the board for you. I gave you 10 points because, well, I gave you 10 points. Because I gave you 10 points.
Because you gave me 10 points.
Exactly. I'm glad you got that. All right. Shaun, would you like to use your mulligan?
I would like 0 minutes, please.
You cannot have 0 minutes.
What's the next closest thing to 0 minutes?
20 minutes.
No, that won't work either. Yeah, I'll do a minute. What was the question again?
The question is, what is the scariest movie? Who or what is the scariest movie, monster, or villain? Halloween movie.
That's right. Okay.
All right. Time starts now.
Oh, I think the clear answer is, and it always has been, the American media. They've scared the crap out of me since I was a teenager. And then I stopped watching, and they stopped scaring my my waking hours and my slumbering hours. The next candidate would probably be politicians of all kinds. They will sell their little sideshow act to anyone who will watch. And yeah, the media and the politicians, they just kind of need to go into like a big boat and sink down to the like deepest parts of the ocean. You know, maybe down where the Titanic is. I don't know how deep that is, but you know, James Cameron could probably tell them and direct them. And yeah, those guys.
Austinator, would you like to use your mulligan?
You know what? I would like to use my mulligan.
What would you like your mulligan to be?
2 minutes.
2 minutes is on the board. Your time. Oh, please, God. Don't do it, Shaun did. Time starts now.
All right, so if we're gonna go by most scary movie villain, the obvious answer would be Freddy. But I'm actually gonna do a loophole here. I'm gonna say the Freddy Krueger from New Nightmare. Now, as like you said before, just nightmares in general are just scary, and especially like just dying in your sleep is horrifying. But what if that was actually real? Like, Freddy came out into the real world, because the Freddy in the original 6 Nightmare movies was basically fiction. Nightmare 7 took place in the real world. And the scary thing about him was he didn't show up throughout the entire movie. Like, he used psychological horror instead of cracking jokes. Like, he even like portrayed like a nurse, and like he was gonna cut the kid open. And when you do finally see him, he is genuinely terrifying. Like the glove was more terrifying, the visuals were more terrifying, and when he spoke, you just couldn't help but listen because because that was again one of the scariest things for me was the fact that he rarely spoke. And just the kills were gruesome. Like they were throwbacks, but they were horrifying. The fact that it's kind of like in a way where it's like if you're possessed and like you just like go up to the like you're then taken to the roof or whatever, or just like the top of like just a room. That's just gross and terrifying and scary. And when he came out of the closet, that was the only jump scare that worked for me because the buildup was so well done. And he actually used personal feelings and he used the people around him to terrify people. So that's why I got to go with Freddy from New Nightmare.
Okay. Let's see here. I will reinstate Shawn's score up to 50. I will give Austinator 10. And again, I don't know how you're doing it, Ben, but I'll give you 5 points for writing his statement too.
Yeah, you might want to keep that board up for a second. Because I didn't realize that Freddy ever came out of the closet with feelings. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. Oh, okay. I thought it was.
I think that was earned.
That was well played. That was earned. I have to admit that too. That hurt though. So because it hurt.
Yeah. Then it's gonna go away. Difficult.
All right. Everybody talked, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Austinator was last. Okay,
Yes.
good. Yeah. And he waited to repeat exactly what Ben said. So gotcha. Okay. So Eli, we're going to take you off of the Wheel of Names since you were already picked by the Wheel of Names. And we see who starts round number 5 coming up next, where the points are absolutely meaningless still. Not doubled, not anything. Wow. Look, Shawn has passed him by.
Because he knows what's up.
Ben, you
pressure.
Are up first this time, and remember that 4-minute time is still on the board, and you guys all use your mulligan. That's the real horror. What is the best Halloween costume you've ever seen? The best Halloween costume you've ever seen. Put that in the chat. We're going to find out how much time you get right now. Keep an eye on that 4-minute time. It's there, but it's not going to come up. It's the 1-minute time. How about that? That's beautiful. All right, so 1 minute's going to go on the board. Get back to that right now. Go there. Go there. I need to get more like high-tech stuff here. All right, so 1 minute is on the board. Ben, your time starts now.
Well, I would say my favorite costumes are typically the ones that involve not necessarily. It has to be the scariest. Does it have to be scariest or the best Halloween costume? Was that the question?
Best.
Best Halloween. Okay, good. All right. So to me, sometimes it's the most creative that are the best. It's not necessarily the goriest or the scariest. So pop culture references in media are fantastic, and I would say back in 2009, one of the best costumes I saw involved, if you remember this, the Octomom. You guys remember Octomom?
Mm-hmm.
Where she had all those, eight babies? She had 8 babies. So there was a lady that had a costume where she had she had 8 babies all on her at one time.
Nice.
And I just thought that was pretty clever for pop culture reference in media. So, I mean, Octomom, how can you go wrong with that at the time? It was 2009.
Yes.
It was that and Balloon Boy.
Oh.
That and Balloon Boy.
As Charlie Sheen would say, that's hashtag winning. Yes. Yeah. Now, the 5th round, we do not tell you what your points are because the points are going to be surprised. So 1 minute is on the board. Eli Who.
Ooh, yes, exactly.
Yes, your time starts now.
The best Halloween costume I've ever seen in my whole entire life is not recently or not when I was a kid. It was a few years back. It started out as a very viral, popular video of this dad who put his little kid in a black little suit and lights around him, and he turned off the lights, and he looked like a stick figure kid. A stick figure just walking around. I'm not sure if everybody remembers that. But with this totally black room, you see the kid walking like a stick figure with all the lights. He had little eyes here and a little smile, little arms. The father turned the light off and on. People can see what it was. It's got like maybe 3 or 4 million views on YouTube or something. But that's the most creative I've ever seen. I'm like, damn, another idea I didn't even think of. Sheesh, what the hell is wrong with me nowadays? Somebody else comes with ideas better before I do. But that was still the best one I've ever seen.
Oh, very good, very good. All right. Up next, Shawn, 1 minute on the board. What is the best Halloween costume you've ever seen? I don't tell you until the end because this is the 5th round. Don't start. I see the points of your future. I see very round, like a 0. 1 minute on the board. Shawn, your time starts now.
Off the top of my head, the best one that I've ever seen would have been in the mid-90s. Someone was actually, I guess it was more of a cosplay really, but it was on Halloween. You know, they were like in a full mock-up of the like a Ghostbusters flight suit proton pack. And that's the first time I'd ever actually seen anybody have anything like that outside of the movie props. And it was here in Kansas City, and there was a place that did all kinds of movie car replicas. They had the DeLorean from Back to the Future, the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. So they also had the Ecto-1 out with them, and it was actually really, really cool. They had all of the lights on Ecto. I mean, it was very movie accurate, and being a big Ghostbusters fan, it was really impressive.
Very nice, very nice. All right, Austinator, 1 minute on the board. Your time starts now.
All right, now if we were talking, now this is a minute. So if I was talking about costumes that I prefer, I usually prefer the homemade ones because some of the ones that are in the store are too overpriced and they look really bad. But one of the coolest, or I guess I would say in this case, funniest costumes I've ever seen was someone made a Randy from South Park costume. Now, it was basically the episode where Randy's gonads, I will say, grew into big, and he had to use them as like a bouncy, like, you know, those little bouncy ball, like that you would, those exercise balls pretty much. And it was honestly the most creative and funniest things ever because Randy is the best character in all of South Park, and I'm glad. And I always give it points for creativity and homemade stuff. So it's one of my favorites.
Okay. I was going to say, because you're in college now, please just don't say the naked women running down the halls, but you kind of went that direction anyways. All right. Give me a second to tabulate. In other words, pull numbers out of my butt. Let's see here. So, Shawn, congratulations. You came in last place, 46 points. Very good.
Nice.
Very good. Then Eli and Austinator, you have tied at 71. And so far, in first place is Ben with 79. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this away. Shawn, I will leave you there because, hey, you're a friend of mine, so I'll just leave you. Normally, I kick people to the back room. So,
please kick me.
Okay, so, anyways. Hey, he asked for it. He asked for it. What am I supposed to do, you know? Let's see here. Okay, so this is the final 5, guys. I have 5 questions here. I go around the board, and I will ask each of you your answer to this. Remember, this is how this works. I am the only one who knows the answer because it's how I would answer. So now you have to think like me. I'm sorry, guys, but Yes, that's a must. Now you have to think exactly like me. You ready to come back yet, Shawn?
No.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So I'm going to ask questions, and based off of that, I'm going to bring up the scoreboard again so I have it. I can make sure I zero everybody out. All right. So we're going to go with Eli first, and this is the first question. Kit Kat or Twix, which is better?
Twix.
Okay. Austinator.
Twix.
Okay. Ben.
Kit Kat.
Okay. Second question. Rocky Horror Picture Show or Scream? Which one do you like best?
Which one do you like best? Or I like best? Yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Austinator.
I'll say Rocky Horror.
Okay. And Ben.
I'm going to say Rocky Horror.
Okay. Third question. Which Spider-Man was best? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland?
Toby.
Okay. Austinator.
I'm saying Toby.
Okay. And Ben.
I'm going to say Garfield.
Okay. Fourth question. A-Team or Knight Rider? Which one do I like better?
A-Team.
A-Team. All right. Austinator.
Knight Rider.
Okay. Ben.
I'm going to go with Knight Rider.
Okay. And last question. Addams Family favorite. Gomez or Wednesday? Eli.
Wednesday.
Okay. Austinator.
Gomez.
Okay. Ben.
Gomez.
Okay. So let me do all this. Let me get everything ready here. And
Well, he froze.
Oh, man. Did he lock up?
I think so.
I think that means Shawn wants back.
Oh,
yeah. How about
Yeah, let's show them again. Okay, just like me. Okay.
I have no clue. All right, here. I'm going to show you. Hasn't done it all night. Now it does it. This is what happened. Yes. It's a three-way tie.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Kit Kat or Twix? Kit Kat. Rocky Horror or Scream? Rocky Horror Picture Show. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
Which Spider-Man was best? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland? Either Tobey or Tom. Come on. Garfield, really?
I was trying to go for the wild card there.
I figured.
The unexpected.
Yeah. Okay. A-Team or Knight Rider? Knight Rider. And Addams Family favorite, Gomez or Wednesday? Wednesday. I had a crush big time when that movie came out on
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, Christina Ricci.
Yeah,
Oh, God. I mean, Raul Julia is absolute the best Gomez I have ever seen play that.
Yeah.
And I love Gomez. I've dressed up as him a few times and gone out and done that. Done the whole Addams Family thing.
He was not good in Street Fighter, though.
What was that?
He was not good in Street Fighter.
I don't know. I think he plays it with a fun campiness, though.
He was a Puerto Rican playing a Russian. Come on.
You know what?
I mean, it's a video game movie, man. I mean, especially from the 90s. What do you expect?
Okay, it was.
How sad is it?
Yeah, it was campy for the 90s. That's true.
So
how sad was it that I didn't even think of the movie? I thought of the TV show when I gave that answer. I wasn't even thinking of the movie.
Oh, wow.
I was back in black and white. Jeez.
No, I mean, the Wednesday and the TV show was funny too. It was always Gomez or Wednesday. They were the best ones in every iterum or impetus of that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have the wheel of winners. This is gonna pick the winner today. So I have people on here like the four of you. I have a dead dog of mine that I love dearly. I have my kids on here. I have my mother on here. I have Vincent Price today as our celebrity on the board. And I pick a person from the chat today. It will be I see Thomas Potts in there. So Thomas Potts will be put in there. And we spin to see who is going to be the winner of the Weekly Rumble.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh, damn.
Oh, my word.
No. Ow.
Unfortunately, Shawn is the winner of the Weekly Rumble today.
I feel like it couldn't have been anyone else.
Somehow today, this just feels kind of right. Just the way this is all going.
You kicked me out and I won anyway.
Not recount, Pickles. Respin, respin, respin.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go around the board again, and everybody's going to get to say who they are, where they can be found, and all that fun stuff. And we'll start with the winner today of Mr. Shaun Stackhouse. Shaun, tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found, and all of that fun stuff, please.
Pass, please.
No, you got to tell them.
Forfeit, please.
Forfeit is win? Oh, respin. Cool.
Fine. All right, up next, Ben. Go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found, and all that fun stuff.
All right. Find me on Twitter, Instagram. That's probably my biggest presence is on Instagram, KSGeekMan. I have a YouTube channel. I haven't posted much there. It's been a while, but I've been extremely busy. I need to get back into that because I love it, but it's just been a while. Yeah, I think that's it. You can find me on all those social media places, KSGeekMan.
Yeah, I see you still got the post-it notes on the Return of the Jedi poster back there. Don't move. I'm trying to. I'm just 2020,
trying to. So.
Oh yeah.
I've got her covered.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Test to not offend.
Just wait a second. I'm gonna keep you on the solo screen so I can see all your figurines and stuff. Just hold on.
Oh, you want to see those guys?
No,
I turn the light on over here. Hold on.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm offended that Leia's been covered.
You got Mace Windu, don't you?
Up next, we're gonna go ahead and look, he's like, all right, yeah, okay. And next, we're gonna go to the Austinator. The Austinator, if you're anything like Mad Mardigan, you will shout tyranny and insults at me for having a rigged game.
You know what? No, I'm very humble.
Good.
I will say that Shaun, that was like the underdog story. Shaun came out of nowhere and won. No one could have written it better than that. You know what, Shaun, congratulations. I'm definitely the uncrowned champion, but congratulations. You definitely earned it. I have a Twitter at the Austinator 17 where you can hit me up on my DMs. I have a Discord where you can also hit me up at my DMs at the Austinator. And I have a YouTube channel where I'm 8 subscribers away from hitting 80. So if you guys are not subscribed, I always have a phrase. I don't care. I just like to have fun on my channel. So go please check it out.
Awesome. Thank you. And last but not least, let's go to Mr. Elihu Who.
Me?
No. Who?
Yeah.
Who? Not you.
Nah, I'm not a sheep, but I'll tell you who I am.
Uh-huh.
I am Elihu Who, and I host a weekly show called What's Up with the Universe every Wednesday, 12 noon Pacific time. And I can be found everywhere and nowhere at the same time, and sometimes in between. Like, say, Chaos Central, LDG Pixels channel, hanging out with JJ Sith Lord, hanging out with Chris, hanging out on Twitter, whatever I tweet and retweet. Yeah, we tweet.
Tweet.
Yeah, that's what the tweeter's for.
I think I saw a putty cat.
Ooh, a putty cat. Squirrel. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sometimes the short attention span with Ambassador sometimes, and with Insomniac Soup with Jedi Bill. Like I said, I'm everywhere, nowhere, and sometimes in between. So good luck trying to find me.
Yes, that's right. Thank you guys all for being on here, being great sports as usual. The weekly rumble where the points don't matter and the champion is really just
congratulations, Shawn. Points don't matter like a broken condom at an orgy.
Yeah. LDG Pixels, not Pickles, because new people don't know that. LDG Pixels is the official tech support of the Royal Orgy 3000 and KHAOS Central. And to all of you guys here today, thank you very, very much. To everybody out there in Twitter land and YouTubian land and all of that interweb. Guys, thank you very much. Everybody say goodbye.
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 Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to both channels and make sure to check out our friends in the Fandom Minutes. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and BitChute. And you can also send us an email at Shaun@ShaunStackHouseReacts.com and chrisknight at TheRealReview3000.com. And be sure to swing by our Teespring store to pick up some awesome merchandise.